This paper ribbon technique is all over the internet and I am all over it. Do you want to learn it? It's this one right here. Do you want to learn it? Done. This video is going to show you step by step how to make this. This is just a sample, and then I'm going to show you how to put it into a cards. What? Yes, come on in, y'all. I am Dawn, creator at DD Creates Crafts, and this is the channel for simple, duplicatable cards, helpful hints, and projects you'll be able to make just by watching my videos. If this is the kind of channel you're looking for, go ahead and hit subscribe right now while it's fresh on your mind. Are you ready to create some crafts? I'm going to turn the camera down now, so get ready. All right, hold that thought, and there we go. Now, this is the technique I'm talking about, and it's called twisted ribbon. I call it like a fun technique, ribbon folding with paper. So folded paper ribbon technique. Couple of tips. One, you can use pattern paper. I am going to show you a tip right off the bat because I reversed it behind the scenes. But when you're using a very bold color and a not quite so bold color, put the bolder color on the bottom because it's going to look more like the underneath side of the ribbon. And that's this technique where it's just going to look like you have folded a piece of ribbon like this, but we're making it with paper. That's my little piece of tape. So I'm going to put this aside. Here's all the goodies. I've pre-done some of the stuff. Let me see the card I was going to teach you. This one, it opens like this. I kind of call it my postcard fold, and that's what we're going to learn today. So let me get on with the measurements, but the main technique is going to be the main part of your video. So let's get on with some measurements. Your step one is your base, 5.5 by 4 1/4. Then there's going to be a decorative layer at 4 times 5 1/4, and you can see that there. I've done some decorative designer series paper. Then we want a piece of white cardstock that is 8.5 by 2.5, score at 4 1/4, and you can see it's going to be adhered down. Everything gets your base, the decorative piece, and then this is going to be the actual card. However, this little decorative piece that's going on top, this is what we're going to work with. This is what we're going to decorate and make our technique on. So I'm going to put this towards the bottom, the actual card fold that we're going to make, but the technique is your important part. So this piece of cardstock, and I got it, you could do a different color, whatever. It could be, I'm going to say a different color, but I did matchy, and this little piece is 4 by 2 1/4. This is the piece the strips are going to go on. And then the last part of your step one, all of your step one is about cutting. This is 1/2 inch, and just make sure, I was going to give you a size, just make sure it's longer than your little piece is wide. So if this little piece is 2 1/4, do 2.5 to 2 3/4, even 3 if you want. And you can see mine are really long. I just chopped them up. The next thing you're going to do, let's get on to step 2. Bring in your pencil, and if you've got a grid sheet, if not, use your paper trimmer, because what we're going to do, forgive me, that was my phone, every 1/2 inch, we're going to do a little tick mark on our little piece of paper that we're going to be decorating. So each of my little grids is 1/4, so I'm just going to little bitty bit do a little marking with my pencil. It's light enough and it's a pencil. We can erase it if it doesn't get covered up. But now on both sides, I've got my little markings because we're going to work with these markings. Now I did have, I think I left it upstairs, my Silicone Craft Sheet, so I'll use this little piece of scrap paper, and we'll just cross our fingers, say a prayer that it doesn't get stuck to it. My Silicone Craft Sheet is what I typically use with a lot of gluing because nothing sticks to it. So, all right, I'm going to use some stripes, and I'm going to use some polka dots because I've got the flowers over here. This paper I wanted to share with you, it is designer series paper. It's the 2022-2024 in color paper. Here's what all the colors and all the patterns look like. So there's 4 patterns for each color. This is 6 by 6 paper. And what's an in color? What's an in color? Well, 2022, we just introduced these 5 colors. They will still stay with us through the end of 2024. About the time we're all getting bored with these colors, we're gonna get some more. And these solid colors are matchy-matchy that go with the patterned paper. This is 12 for 40 sheets, and you can see 5 colors and 4 patterns of each color. Now some of my sample cards, these 2 guys were the Butterfly Series paper, which is this one. So I just wanted to show and tell that really, really fast. Because this paper is just, it's simple, yet it's patterned, and it's still monochromatic all at the same time. So I just thought that's pretty cool, and I thought you'd enjoy it as well. All right, so what we're gonna do is, we're gonna choose our first pattern, and it doesn't matter which one, so just grab you a little strip. I like to start in a corner. I am going to start in the bottom right-hand corner, and there's a couple secrets to success. I'm gonna line up the bottom of my strip with the top of that corner right there, and then see my little tick marks. I'm gonna the bottom of it is gonna be on the bottom of that tick mark. So it's kind of going in between your 2 little 1/2-inch notches, if you will. So let me put some glue. Definitely you guys use glue instead of a tape runner, because you want a little wiggle room in case you lay it down and you're like, ooh, it wasn't quite where I wanted it. Definitely extend, let me see. Okay, making sure I wasn't too far, covering up my little. We're gonna go all in one direction right off the bat. So let me get some more. My second strip, a little more glue, and I'm gonna come up to my next 1/2-inch mark here, and then find my next 1/2-inch mark on the opposite side, because now I'm right in between. On the opposite side, my left, I'm right in between the 2, and that just creates an even Steven little 1/2-inch, quarter, 1/2-inch. I had to think twice. There I go. And our last little baby strip for this particular side. There's my little measurements. There's my other measurements, and the top, I'm gonna run it. See the corner? I'm just gonna put the top of this one just touching the corner there. So the center of it doesn't go over the corner like we do with some of our techniques with strips. Just the tippy top there, bitty bottom there. Line it up. You ready for the second strips? All right, so I'm gonna do the same thing on this side, where the bottom of this strip is gonna just line up with, let's call it the top of that corner, and then we're gonna crisscross it so it comes to the top of this one. So the bottom goes here, and the top of that strip goes to the top of that strip. All right, so let me get going. And you're gonna say, why is she being so detailed? Why is she saying top of the strip, bottom of the strip, Because I've made a couple of these, and unless I did this, it would just not come out, it would come out wonky. I'm just gonna say it. Let's just call it like it is. It came out wonky. So I want you to have success from day 1, the first attempt. So I want to share my little secrets to success that worked for me. So for the most part, these guys are going to go in between your original stripies. And then, so where's my next stripe? Up here. It's not going to go in between the space. It's going to go to the tippy top of that guy right there. All right, let's do another, and then we're almost done. What? I know. I'm not sure I got glue up that far, so I may have to check. Nope, I don't feel like I did. There I go. And yep, I'm gonna do one more. Yep. I love polka dots and stripes. Do you guys love polka dots and stripes? Oh my goodness. Stinking cute. So this one, I am doing the opposite of the other side, where I've got the bottom of my strip at the top of that corner. So now we've got our beautiful little crisscross, where it literally looks like we had a piece of ribbon and folded it this way and that way. That's kind of what we're trying to create with our paper to make it look like a ribbon. So let me come in, because I did not use my Silicone Craft Sheet. I'm just gonna wedge it up. This little tool is take your pick, and it does help me immensely when stuff like this gets glued down where I don't want it to be glued, or hot mess, but we're gonna cut it off. So fear not. Just about the time I get fearful. I am gonna use a brand X scissors because the little detail scissors, they're great for details, but I want nice, this is just detail for me, and you tell me if it works differently for you, but for me, it works easier to have bigger shears. And this is a brand X. Stampin' Up! Doesn't have these. And I talk about Stampin' Up! Products because that is one of the reasons I started the DD Creates Craft channel here on YouTube, is to introduce you to me, then to introduce you to the Stampin' Up! Products, and third, I want to show you how to use the products that you order with simple cards and projects. And ordering products that you see on my videos helps support this channel. So I thank you for everyone that is ordering my monthly card kits and ordering your favorite products that you see. Maybe it's like these in colors. Hey, have to have those. And we all have a crafty budget, and I talk about that on one of my videos. And some of my stuff, I'll literally tell you, just use what you have in your craft stash, in your supplies. But some of the stuff, I do have to get very brand specific, or you'll just fall in love with something. Now, I'm very tickled with that, so it is done. I'm gonna adhere it down flat right there. This part, you could use your, I see something hanging off, so let me go, that's where my little detail scissors do come in handy. So let me put some glue on this. I'll do a little decorating, and we are done. Let me see where our steps are, because your step 2 was to use the grid paper and use your pencil to mark your 1/2-inch intervals, and then cut your strips, and then, let me look, just to use your strips. So step 3, we're gonna get up to, sometimes I get to creating and I don't peek at my little notes and say step 1, step 2, step 3 the way I really want to. But I want to give you all the measurements. And if you would like a free tutorial of this card, let me know. My email is ddcreatescrafts@gmail.com. And if you'd like to be on my mailing list, please let me know, because with my monthly, I don't like to call it newsletter, let's call it an announcement email, that I'll always alert you with the newest card kits, and I'll always let you know the newest sales or promotions, and I will always give you a free tutorial with that. Okay, bringing back in my bling, and this is Matchy Matchy, the in color bling, all 5 colors. I also have some twine. There is Matchy Matchy twine, the baker's twine. All 5 colors, you guys, for $15. That is $3 a spool. That is a huge bang for your buck. And I use the in colors a lot because I love, love, love bright colors. Now, I did already cut out a little label. I'm gonna adhere that down. Yeah. It's going to extend a little bit beyond our card, so let me see where I want it. That's stinking cute. Put it about there. Some glue. They're like, duh, I can see it's glue. All right, there I go. Just kind of eyeballing space-wise. Now, you could pop this up if you want to. I'm not gonna, because I'm going to add some bling. Close up my card. But isn't that cute? You can see why I call it a postcard card, because the base is like a postcard. And then let's add us some pretty, here's my take a pick. Take a pick, usually it's a pick. You saw me use the spatula, but I'm gonna flip it around. And I use this little pick for glue dots, but also for my pretty bling. So let's get us some pretty colors, some matchy colors. and see where we want to put it. That looks pretty. I may do just that alone. I think I'm gonna, you guys, I'm just gonna use that. I thought I was gonna put 3 or 5, but I really want our technique to be the star of the show. Now, I wanted to experiment with tone on tone. Tell me what you think in the comment section. To me, for this technique, it's not enough, what would we call it? Not enough, oh, the word has left my brain, depth. Like this, the white, I love that I can see all the colors. And then the other one, it was the black and white with the, I don't even know where I put it, you guys. Maybe this is it. I think I threw it across the room. Oh, that's the one I told you I made it first, and the bold color should go on the bottom. So that's my do not do this. Do as I say, not as I do, right? So we are done. This card is a fun card, and we'll focus on a fun fold like this in another video. The takeaway for you was the technique. So the tone on tone, tell me what you think, if this is not enough. Contrast. The word came back to my brain. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. My brain came back into business. But tone on tone, that's not enough contrast for me as opposed to this. So let me know in the comments section what you think. I typically love, love, love tone on tone. I did use the matchy-matchy Tahitian Tide color, which is that particular color. And for more videos, just like this one, all you gotta do is subscribe, especially right now while it's fresh in your brain. And the second thing you gotta do while you're up there with all these buttons is go boop and hit the like button. And that tells YouTube that you like these videos and want more crafters to see them as well. If you're ready, I'm gonna turn the camera up now. And I hope you had a good time. I hope you learned the new technique. And I hope you'll practice it, because you can see with stuff like this, do as I say, not as I do. I practiced a little, except obviously with our tone on tone, which I love it. Don't get me wrong. I'm staring at it and not at you, but tone on tone, it's just not quite enough contrast compared to something super fun like this one. But maybe it's just that I'm just preferring the brighter colors. So again, tell me in the comment section, bright, tone on tone, and does this have enough contrast? Now, it is time for the 3 things that I want you to remember. I want you to remember, first, to subscribe. 2, to like the video, and 3, come back and see me again really, really soon. Next Tuesday, I'll have another video for you. Thanks, you guys. Talk to you real soon. Bye.